As I told you guys before, I'm always going to deliver the best guests on my program. I'm here with two of the greatest legends in the industry, the most dynamic couple, duo in the business of comics. I'm here with Richard and Wendy Pini, right? Pini, okay, good. And if you don't know their story, I'm going to let them introduce themselves the way they should, because they're the heart and soul of a book called ElfQuest. And if you don't know what ElfQuest is, it is a fantastic story that they're going to talk about, right?
Hi, everybody. I'm Wendy Pini. I'm the writer, artist, and co-creator of ElfQuest.
I'm Richard. I'm the co-creator, and I have been the publisher, the editor, sometimes a little bit of writing, and everything else.
So one of the questions I have to ask, because I saw a documentary on your work. Just look right here. I saw a documentary on the story of ElfQuest of Richard and Wendy Pini. How did you guys get started with that book particularly?
How did we get started?
Yes.
We met, we got together. I told Richard my idea for the story. He fell in love with it, and he figured out how to become a publisher. And we learned everything by the seat of our pants, just by doing it.
We literally knew nothing about publishing a comic. Independent comics barely existed in 1977 when we started. So I had to go to this thing called the Yellow Pages, which was actually a book of pages on paper, and look for printers and look for distributors and whoever could make a comic book out of Wendy's beautiful art and story.
And that's cool, because I've seen the ElfQuest advertisements in Marvel Comics for many years, and I never knew anything about it until I watched the documentary. So I heard you guys have some brand new material for the public to see. So who wants to present it first?
We have been doing ElfQuest since 1978, and the first story we call the original Quest. And what you just saw is the newest incarnation from Dark Horse Comics, with whom we've been working for the last 10, 12 years, and we're very happy to be working with them. We are reissuing that classic material in what we call the definitive edition. Wendy has remastered the colors. It is a gorgeous hardcover edition. It is the way Wendy originally envisioned it, the vibrant colors, the amazing story.
Okay, since you guys have such an amazing body of work, one of the things that's been driving me crazy is that how come you guys didn't turn ElfQuest into a cartoon or even a movie? That's the juicy information I want to hear.
First of all, we couldn't do that. We are not movie producers. We are not TV animation producers. We have always hoped that someone would come along, some studio, some Hollywood entity that had the wherewithal and the ability to translate ElfQuest into a movie or a TV series. We've been optioned many times, but we never quite got there with a completed product, because Hollywood always wants to change ElfQuest. They always want to turn it into Lord of the Rings or something else they're familiar with, and they don't bother to read ElfQuest and find out how different it is from every other fantasy that's ever been done.
Generally, many movies today involve certain things that just don't exist in ElfQuest, and I want you to try to imagine an ElfQuest movie with car chases, buildings blowing up, exploding planets, gigantic kaiju eating people in the framework of ElfQuest. It cannot be done, and we would not let it be done.
Okay, that satisfies my curiosity, my desire to know about ElfQuest. Well, honestly, I hope one day someone does turn your product into a cartoon or a movie, and I'm sure the right person will come along.
Maybe they will, but if they don't, ElfQuest is what it is, and we consider it to be perfect as it is.
The movie is already playing in your mind as you read Wendy's artwork.
Woo! I'm so happy that I got to meet two of my favorite independent legends. Well, they're a duo, but they're independent legends. I just want to say, Wendy and Richard, thank you so much for spending time with me and my audience. Do you have a message out there for the young people?
For the young people, we would say these are times of tension and some fear and some worry about the future. But stay in the moment like wolves do. Live in the now and do what you want to do in the now, and don't let anyone tell you no.
And the only other thing that I would add is the guiding principle of ElfQuest is something we can all do every day in our lives, and that is treat each other as best you can.
All right, people, you heard what the Titanic duo said. Take it one day at a time, live in the moment like a wolves. Richard and Wendy, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for meeting me and fulfilling one of my greatest wishes. I'm happy now that I met you. Guys, that's a wrap. Until next time. Bye-bye.